Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel Trading Secrets. This channel is for entertainment purposes only. For those who do not know, my name is Ali. I have over 20 years experience teaching accounting, economics, business and law. Through this channel I'll be providing some stock analysis and a quick update on the $1 Million Challenge. So if anybody's not aware of this is a journey of investment of $1,000 to a return of $1 million over a period of 3 years using a strategy called compound return investing. So the objective is try to get 201 trades, each with an average return of 3.5%. It's not 201 consecutive trades, we do take into account losses. So for further details about how to join us for less than $9 a month, information is available in the description below. In today's video, I'm going to be looking at MMAT and also MMTLP, where George Palikaras has identified new targets and also announced a new fight for discovery. So stay tuned for that. We're also going to be looking at more legal updates for MMTLP in terms of Scott's case, and then looking at ticker symbol SMCI, where there is going to be a huge announcement coming, which could lead to a potential 25% swing for SMCI. So before we get started, let's have a look at what's happening in the market. So first headline here from Market Watch is the stock market today. The Dow Jones was gaining 300 points as traders are focusing on the US election. So the Nasdaq composite is up, the S&P 500 is up, and the Dow Jones Industrial Average is also up. And right now at time of editing, we can see that the Dow Jones is continuing to rally, jumping by 350 points. So positive sentiment there. It's also a huge week for earnings. We're going to be in particular looking at AMC, ARMS, SMCI later on today, amongst a number of others. And in other news here, I'd like to share with you again another stock that we're following in the Discord is ticker symbol DJT, because there is some momentum in terms of the election. And I'll share you another stock that we also keep an eye on in the Discord, ticker symbol CDXC. So what I shared here prior to trading on the Monday is that this company had an earnings beat with expansion plans and momentum was positive. So if we have a look at DJT today, up close to 14% at $39.10. And congratulations to everybody in the Discord in CDXC, also up close to 10% today. Let's now move on to have a look at SMCI. In a previous video, we looked at SMCI, Supermicro Computer, asking the question, can it 3x, as it has come down very significantly from the all-time highs, right now trading close to $26. So next headline here I'd like to share with you is from Techopedia, and the question here is, would-be AI giant Supermicro Computer might have stock delist over audit. So that is the key fear, and that is also one of the key factors that is driving the price down. So this overall is a promising AI hardware firm. The risk of deletion from the Nasdaq and S&P 500 due to the auditing issues, so as per reported by Bloomberg. So obviously there was also a Hindenburg Research, the short company, and the company did come under scrutiny, prompting delays in the 10K filing, as well as the investigation following on from that. So these challenges have been quite significant for SMCI. There were allegations previously, and these were obviously overcome, and since the previous 2 years the company has had tremendous momentum. So the latest details in terms of the key strong point for SMCI is the partnership with NVIDIA, which is a major client, and reportedly shifting orders to other suppliers, potentially as a backup to avoid disruptions to the AI server, and that is what is speculatively putting pressure on SMCI. So in terms of what the announcements that they could do later today is, first of all, they could acknowledge publicly the accounting errors, provide reasons for them. They could obviously also blame the accounting company for what they have done that was incorrect. It could be also another thing that they could do is fire the CFO, potentially replace the CEO, announce another top 4 accounting firm that is going to take over, file good numbers in the 10K. They could also be bad numbers, but I am expecting good numbers, and also plan in terms of also avoid any questions with the Wall Street analysts who are negative about the stock. So the next headline I'm going to share with you here is Barron's, and this date here, Supermicro gives a business update today, what the troubled AI server maker needs to know. So first of all, we were looking at 204% year-on-year growth in revenue, with adjusting earnings per share of 73 cents. So the figures for this company are absolutely outstanding, and the company said they were shipping over 100,000 GPUs per quarter. So again, that's one of the key reasons why it was doing so well. So let's now move on finally for earnings, and they're going to report earnings later today, and the guidance is around about $6.69 to $8.27 per share, but for revenue we're looking at $6.52 billion, so hopefully a significant beat. Let's have a look at the post from George Palikaras, who stated important docket filing 105 and 105.1. The targets have been identified and revealed for the first time since the internal report. So check out the names. He's excited and thankful for the trustee Ravato and also RSSB taking these cases on. So absolutely tremendous news here from George Palikaras. So let's focus on some of the highlighted areas. So in the correspondence to Miss Lovato highlighted here in terms of conflicts, we can see here that they understand this matter and with regard to the client, and the companies listed are Wells Fargo, we also have B of A Securities, Merrill Lynch, again everybody knows about Merrill Lynch, Pierce Fenner Smith Incorporated, JP Morgan Securities, Morgan Stanley, Pershing, National Financial Services LLC, UBS Securities, State Street Bank, and also the trust company are the adverse parties. We have searched our records and confirmed there are no conflicts in our representation of you in this matter. So I think most of the MTLP community are certainly aware that these names have been on the radar for a long time, so it's about time now to use the information that George can gather to progress with this. So it states here in the next image, although not specifically identified in the schedule and statements, the trustee anticipates there may be claims to be prosecuted related to the directors and officers' liability, and also the trustee believes the retention of the counsel specializing in litigation is necessary to represent the estate's interest in the types of matters which appear to be present in this case. So obviously the fees are there also identified, which they're looking to recover, and under section 2 here we can see here that the trustee anticipates the need for significant FR Bank 2004 discovery in the form of the examination and documents request and eventual voidable transfer litigation. So again, the key thing here is they're looking for discovery, the debtor materials. Obviously we know they have filed for bankruptcy. So what George is now trying to do is make the best of this situation whilst it is hot off the press. The information is still there and the bankruptcy has not yet been fully finalized. And shout out here to Meta News, who've also stated here that the potential defendants in market manipulation and spoofing case in these latest court filings from George Palikaras, these include Wells Fargo, JP Morgan, Bank of America, Morgan Stanley, Merrill Lynch and more. So again, tagging in MMTLP and MMAT. Let's now get the first update here from Scott, who stated that Judge Rees ruled on his earlier motion for expedited limited discovery in his case, denying his request for FINRA to present the MMTLP blue sheets under seal to the US District Court in Vermont. Not the end of the world as far as he's concerned. He's not going to appeal this as there are more important motions on deck. So he does have other avenues that he's going to try and deal with this and go forwards. And what he went on to further state in terms of clarifications, that this violation of evidence claim was against Schwab and not FINRA. So the motion against FINRA was for expedited discovery based on the QSIPs, but obviously he's also not looking for arbitration as in the case with TradeStation and Intercoastal Waterway. So the latest breaking news in terms of Scott is another ruling against him in Scott versus Rubenstein. And yes, you have to be precise and read the sections of his first amended complaint in white and then read the court's ruling. He did all but challenge FINRA's existence and did challenge it also in other filings. But here's the lessons: you have to throw everything in. He did not register a target in terms of FINRA cleanly and only in the oblique. If he missed the mark and he hits it in other filings, then that's what obviously will be positive. But if it starts with the process of amending the complaint for the next round, so be it. And this is the arena he is fighting in. So obviously a clear message there from Scott that this is not yet over and it will be continuing. and obviously we will wait for more updates. If you'd like to join us on our Discord, get a copy of our weekly watch list and also a copy of our daily stock alerts, where with this week we've shared stocks such as DJT and CDXC amongst many others. These will always be shared prior to trading on a Monday. We also share stocks in the pre-market. Details are in the description below. Thank you very much for watching. Please stay tuned.